All right, so let's have a look at example two. So I'm gonna do example 2A. We did example 2B last week, and I think I asked you to do 2A. So I'm gonna do 2A. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to draw a diagram so as to illustrate what you're being asked to do. Example 2A, it says A, which is the point 24, and B, which is the point 66, are 2 points on a straight line. So let's see if we can get a sketch of this straight line. Now, it wasn't necessary to do the sketch to answer the question. It was not necessary. 2, 4, okay, 2, 4, 2, 4, and 6, 6. All right, let's take a chance. So we have the y-axis and we have the x-axis. So this is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. This is the origin. Let's go by 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Minus 2 down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the first point is 2, 4, which would put me somewhere around here. That's 2, 4. So this is the point A. The second point is 6, 6. That would put me about here. This point is 6, 6. And this is the point B. So we have a straight line that's passing through those 2 points. Let me change the color of the line. So there's a straight line passing through those 2 points. All right, so this is the straight line AB. And it's passing through the point A and the point B. All right, so that's a straight line AB. So this is a sort of like a diagrammatic representation of what is being said in the question. It says A and B are endpoints of a straight line. So it actually would be more endpoints of a line segment because a line continues forever. It does not stop. So A and B are like endpoints of a line segment. It says determine the coordinates of the midpoint of A. So there's a formula for the midpoint, and the formula is M is the point x1 plus x2 over 2, comma, y1 plus y2 over 2. So M is the point. Let's call this x1, y1, and call this x2, y2. So M is the point x1, which is 2, plus x2, which is 6, over 8, comma, y1, which is 4, plus y2, which is 6, over 2. So M, this is 8 over 2, comma, 10 over 2. So M, the midpoint of line segment AB is the point 4, 5. So the midpoint of line segment AB is 4, 5. So 4, 5, we put me about here. And just looking at it, it looks like the middle of the line. So this is M, the midpoint of the line. So both the diagram and calculation agrees that the midpoint of the line is 4, 5. Next, we're asked to determine the length of the line. There's a formula for that. The formula is L is equal to the square root of y2 minus y1 square plus x2 minus x1 square. This would be the square root of y2, which is 6, minus y1, which is 4 square, plus x2, which is 6, minus x1, which is 2 square. So this becomes the square root of 2 square plus 4 square. This is the square root of 4 plus 16. This is the square root of 20. That's the square root of 20. All right. So we can use our calculator and work out the square root of 20. I'm bringing up my calculator now. And we're having the square root of 20. Looking for square root, 20. And then press square root. So the length of the line is 4.47 units. All right. Now, if you had drawn this line AB on a graph sheet and measure it, the length of the line would be 4.47 centimeters. If you had drawn it on a graph sheet and measure it, the length of the line would have been 4.47 centimeters. Next, we're asked to calculate the gradient of the line. So the gradient of the line M, I think because the line is sloping up, the gradient of the line is positive. Because the line is sloping up, the gradient of the line is positive. So M, the gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 is 6 minus y1, which is 4, over x2, which is 6, minus x1, which is 2. So the gradient M is equal to 2 over 4, and 2 over 4 reduces to a half. The gradient of the line is a half. Next, the last thing we're asked to do is to determine the equation of the straight line. But before we actually do the calculations, I'm going to show you that you already know the equation of the straight line. Guys, who can tell me what is the y-intercept? The y-intercept is where the graph meets the y-axis. Who can tell me what is the y-intercept? Anybody? This is the y-intercept. It is where the graph meets the y-axis. Who can tell me what is? Very good. So the y-intercept C is equal to 3. It is between 2 and 4, in the dead middle between 2 and 4, so it is 3. Guys, the general format for the equation of a line is y is equal to mx plus c. That's the general format. When you talk about general format, it's like somebody says girl. That's us talking about, you know what I mean, a female in general, girl. When you say girl, there are what, 4 billion people that you're calling. But if I say, let us say Janelle Ellis, I'm calling a specific person. So, so a human being is known by their first name and their last name. A line, a straight line, is known by the gradient and the y-intercept. If I know the first name and the last name of the person I'm calling, I know who I'm calling. So y is equal, sorry, m is equal to a half, and c is equal to 3. 1. Oh. So y is equal to a half, that's mx, plus 3 is the equation of the line. That is the equation of the line. All right. So we already know the equation of the line. Once we know m and we know c, we know the equation of the line. So this we get from half calculation and half observation. Let us get the answer now fully from calculation. So to determine the equation of the line, I'm going to use this formula. Y is equal to m into x minus x naught plus y naught. That's the formula. The input for the formula is m, which is the gradient. The gradient is a half. And I need the coordinates of any point on the line. I know 2 points on the line. I know A, which is, I think, 2, 4. And I know B, which is the point 6, 6. The inputs for the formula is to the left, and the inputs are the gradient and the coordinates of any point on the line. I'm going to use the point A. A is 2, 4. Now, from the formula, this is my x naught and this is my y naught. So all I need to do is put in the values. So y is equal to m, which is a half, into x minus x naught, which is 2, plus y naught, which is 4. So I just put in my values. All I have to do now, remember, my answer is y is equal to a half x plus 3. That was from part observation and part calculation. Now we're using the formula to get the same equation, and we are going to see if they're going to be exactly the same. Guys, I need to apply distributive law. Whatever is in the bracket is multiplied by what is immediately outside the bracket. A half times x is a half x minus a half times 2. That's a half times 2, which is 1. So this is 1 plus at the end we have 4. So y is equal to a half x plus 3 minus 1 plus 4 is positive 3 is the equation of the line. And this is what we got exactly from observation. So both observation and calculation agrees. Guys, I want you to try the next one entirely on your own.